Robin loves a bit of binky.
I know, Robin, you're from Launceston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there yesterday, actually. I was doing DSE assessments for the town hall.
Oh, lovely.
Funny enough. I know, right? Martin Cornish I was talking to.
Oh, yeah, I know that name.
Funny little guy, yeah. But he gave me a good feedback, so I'll give it to him.
I really hope he's not. I really hope he's not listening to the stream, because that was one of the worst times for me to actually.
I really don't think he is, to be honest with you.
You don't know. He might be into D&D.
Yeah.
I think he's actually married to one of my cousins.
Oh, okay. No, I was doing. I found it funny that he lives in Cornwall and he's called Martin Cornish.
That's gonna keep me amused throughout the evening. You're just gonna randomly hear me chuckling. That'll be it.
We're very creative in Cornwall. Where are we?
Yeah.
I mean, look at most traditional Welsh names. David Davis.
Right. Okay. Before we get into this conversation, I'm not getting started in the whole Welsh thing. You're not going to bait me out live on fucking stream for that sort of stuff. I ain't getting cancelled tonight, okay, for the Welsh of all people, right? Okay. That's just not going to happen. Okay. So we're going to stop that there. We're going to get on with the game, because I've got a fucking banger for you, and I'm not taking this time speaking about the Welsh.
Darren, just edit it out.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll send the files to you, and we can't edit out a live stream as well, so... Right.
It's alright, we'll spread the cost.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not talking about the leak munch... right, okay, I'm not getting on that. So...
To answer the question that was asked, I'm in North Cornwall.
Oh, okay.
And you may have guessed South Wales.
May have.
And Stuart's from down Smelly, England, somewhere.
Down where?
The Garden of England, Kent.
Cunts.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks.
You made it sound so posh then.
Yeah.
I know, the Garden
It's the
of
Garden of England we live in, yes. Yes. One would live in the garden.
Arsehole England.
Well, I'm down in Plymouth, but originally, as you can tell by my horrible accent, I'm from Czech.
Don't say that, it's not a horrible accent.
Some people like it, I don't know why.
Everyone hates their own accent.
Yeah.
It's a rule.
Apart from Scottish people, we love everything about ourselves.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I must say, I am a sucker for Scottish accent. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Listen, you say that now, right? But I've got a friend from up north, right?
Yeah.
Is he actually in the stream right now? Hold on. No, he's not in the stream. That's fine. I would say it to his face anyway if I seen him. But he's like from the fucking proper tip of Scotland, like Thurso and Wick, and it's near enough at John O'Groats or whichever one it is.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
John
yeah.
And honestly, he talks fucking horrendously. Like, Fitzy Lakeman, who's going? Like, fucking proper.
I love that.
Well, I can't understand him.
I just love accents in general. I just love it. I like to guess where people are from sometimes. I'm not really good at it yet, but, you know, getting better.
Well, if you listen to him speak, you would think he was special. Not from anywhere.
Ouch.
I say that to his face anyway, so that's fine. Anyway.
that makes it okay, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's a lot worse I say to him, and we send each other and all that, so that's fine. Right. If anybody's watching, hello. Thank you for joining us. This is session 40, officially session 45. It's probably about 55 because there was loads of things that got fucking deleted because of poor audio, because some fucker can't do things right.
And once you forgot to press record.
Literally, like the birth of Betty was session 3. And it was
the best session.
The best session ever, because I had everyone squirming. Like, I can have everyone squirm with Betty just normally. This was the offset. This was when they were trying to play her and she played them fucking well.
Betty is going to turn out to be the big bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why? Why do you
I'm
think that?
convinced.
Just because she's taken everyone's hair for some weird reason.
We
I mean-
only had Betty in one of our sessions, and she dared to take my hair. I don't.
Sorry, Vondra's not scared of her.
I know. Vondra was like.
Yeah, Vondra squared up against her. That's fucking hilarious.
Square go like.
So, little recap for yous. The party, after a harrowing journey in the Fey Realm and mourning the loss of their friends Sir Giles Jensen and Neva Solomon, were returned to the material plane in an unknown forest. After a little looking around, they found the name of the deserted, ruined village that they were thrown into, and it was known as Fastglade. A little bit of history into that village came from, I believe it was Stormcrow and Abigail, was it? Or Stormcrow?
Abby worked out roughly where we were, and then Stormcrow filled in the rest.
Yeah.
Giggity.
This was the birthplace and first home of your friend who is no longer here, Neva Solomon. After a little bit of mourning, a wee tiny bit of mourning for everyone, this music's a little bit too much, you know. Well done.
2 seconds, Phil.
We'll go for something a wee bit more celebratory. There we go. If anybody can hear that, that's it. Hello, Bob the Random. How are you? Yeah, you, after a little bit looking around, discovering where you were, you heard a strange noise coming from just down the road a little bit. After hearing the familiar and dulcet tones of your Goliath compatriot, Emrys of the Gate, everyone rushed and jumped on him and hugged him and molested him, everything that you could possibly do, and just absolutely loved him. In his wake was a stranger to you all, or two strangers we'll say. The wood elf Sensoril Forandar and her travelling companion, her beloved sidekick, a purplish, black-hued displacer beast by the name of Satra. The cutest little kitty cat going when she isn't bringing out her tentacles and ready to attack people.
What was the sidekick name?
Satra.
No, not the sidekick.
As in my name.
Oh, Sensoril, sorry.
How do you spell that?
It's I'll send it to you.
Cheers.
You can see it on the map there if you're on Roll20.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I can.
If you're on road 20,
Oh wait.
get
No,
on there.
I sent it to the wrong one.
Yes. You all met with him, done your reintroduction, all that sort of stuff. Hugs, kisses, whatnot. And that was just from Stormcrow to Emrys.
Back, by the way.
The Emrys told you that he had a teleportation device that will allow you to get back to Starlight Peaks, where he's been staying for the last 8 months. You guys have been away. Nobody questioned it. Everybody's got on with their day. Fair dues. That's fine. You ended up returning there, looking to speak to the king. You instead met with Master Telep, Mayron Artano, your travelling companion / blacksmith, and Morgana Ran. They informed you that the king wasn't actually there at this moment in time. He was away from the city for a couple of hours on some royal decree of some sort. So you decided to jump into the bottle, the bottled inn and went and had yourselves a few drinks. Everybody managed to hold their liquor, except one person who obviously can't drink. Mouse couldn't hold her liquor and began to cry, rage, pass out. Everything that she shouldn't be doing, she done. You all got to know Sensoril a little bit, exchanged stories, told your loyal butler everything that had happened, and before you can all sort of go get some rest, the king interfered. The king jumped in to the bottle, spoke, had a drink with you all, chilled out, and learned your story of what had been happening. He was a little bit disheartened to hear that you haven't heard or been able to find the boys because of what happened in the Fey Realm, but he understands. He's informed you all that Captain Azrael is on his way back to Starlight Peaks, and hi Dory, thank you very much for subscribing. And basically from there said he will be back in a couple of days, and we have a little bit of a favour to ask. Without obviously knowing you guys were going to be returning, the king has decided to open up Starlight Peaks to the outside world. First time he's done that in a couple of thousand years. Or a couple of years at least, not thousands.
In a fair while.
Yeah, in a fair while. Informing you guys that there are going to be dignitaries from other from other continents, from other kingdoms. There are going to be lots of guests and whatnot. And just saying that he would appreciate it if you guys would take the night and join him and all the people that you sort of know. Spend some time schmoozing with the higher-ups, essentially. After some profanity from one of you.
The very intoxicated kitty cat.
Yes. I wasn't going to shame her like that, but we're cool. Who, like, decided to scream, "I'm not wearing a dress!" That's my mouse impression. Yes, I know you all thought it was Robin speaking there, but that's fine.
Wait, the woman?
I see I'm not needed here anymore.
Yeah.
No, stay!
It's just too good, isn't it? You all agreed to it as a favour to the king for everything that he done for you, and decided to call it a night there. You all carried Mouse and whatnot up to her bed, chucked everyone in, and everybody tucked themselves in and went for a long rest. You can all have a long rest, by the way, in case you haven't done it.
Yay.
Quick question:
Go.
I was going to say, did I hear that we got all of our stuff back that we'd stored in the bottled inn?
So
I see that in the chat somewhere.
you guys went to get the stuff, yes. The only thing that wasn't there was your Arashtra tokens.
Yeah.
You were informed from
Ebard,
that's the boy. That's him. I knew it definitely. You didn't need to say that because I knew it off the top of my head. You know, that's.
I'm jumping on your toes. Sorry.
That is sarcasm. I'm saying, like, I forget him every single fucking time. We've only used him like 100 times, and I keep fucking forgetting his name.
I'm not saying I have a post-it note for every time he's around, but I may have a post-it note.
Honestly, I appreciate that. That's appreciated. Yeah, Ebard kept everything nice for you. Apart from that, he informed you that something had gone wrong and the little wooden tokens had combusted and were no longer usable.
Cool, thank you. So go on, Addison.
It's gone from my head now. It's fine. Don't worry.
Can't have been important.
No, it'll come back to us.
Oh, yeah, and as Mouse was in a drink-filled slumber, she heard the strange whisper in her dream. She thought it was the voice of Osiris, the god that you had met not a few hours in your own time proper. A darker voice, a more menacing voice, proclaim she had set him free. And that is where we left off last session. This session, you guys, after a long rest, some of you first proper sleep in what feels like days. Those who travelled the Fey Realm, you know that travelling realm travel, can really take it out of you. And you all awaken, bright, refreshed, to the lovely smell of a cooked breakfast downstairs.
Can I ask what Vondra got up to last session?
Vondra got really pissy and went really silent for some reason and wandered away.
Cool, sounds good.
Vondra was in a state of shell shock. Is probably a good way to sum it up.
Yeah. Basically everything I discussed with you when I sent it last week or whenever it was the other day.
Cool.
The grandiose nature of a living god, something far above what she would ever expect, just sort of overwhelmed her a little bit, plus the loss of Neva and Giles. And then getting teleported back to the material plane, finding out you've been gone for 8 months. She just basically, when she got the opportunity to, she opened up the bottle from Emrys, jumped in, and went to bed. So,
cool, thank you.
What would you guys like to do?
I will assassinate Stormcrow. Only joke.
Okay, roll an attack. I'll allow it. Come on. Kill that fucker. He's getting annoying. He's getting annoying to me nowadays.
Let's just for the sake of it. So that wouldn't be my bow. It'd be this. Let's just see if it would even hit.
Imagine you wasted like a nat 1.
I know.
A nat 20. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. No, I think he wouldn't have. If I had tried, he'd have been fine.
Yeah, that wouldn't have touched him. You wouldn't have been able to do your what'd you call it? You wouldn't have been able to get back your dagger that he stole from you all those months ago.
Exactly.
Okay, so you all wake up, get out of bed, and make your way down to the first floor of the establishment. Hold on, my mouse is deciding to be a dick. Like the mouse we already know. Don't worry, I'll move you all in a second. You all wander down and you're greeted by Ebard. See? Remembered him. Hello everybody. How did one's fare sleeping? Better than a tree. Yes, because that's a saying.
Did she sleep? I thought they just stood there.
When we were in the Fey realm, I slept in a tree. It's fine.
Oh.
I have my
Mouse comes
reasons.
down. Mouse comes down for breakfast wearing a penguin onesie and slippers.
So the image
Mouse,
of...
where did you get the skin of a penguin from?
I've been on a lot of travels, little one.
Abby is
Thought I'd
going
seen
to
everything.
intentionally.
Her
omit
eyes, blue eyes. Her blue eyes are like bloodshot.
Oh, well, the funny thing is, Mouse no longer has blue eyes.
What?
Mouse, if you remember, when the hex blood
Yes.
was activated,
Yes.
your eyes changed from blue, from an icy blue, to a beautiful, sparkling, fayish green.
Well, now they're tinted red. So.
She's evil, guys! Stab her!
I'm the big bad.
I went after the wrong assassination.
Ah!
Yeah, you guys can move your tokens as well, by the way, if you want to move them anywhere. You don't.
That's cool.
You don't need to have to be ducks in a row or anything like that.
Also, I just turn up downstairs, you know, and since I'm an elf, I'll just kind of turn up annoyingly perfect, even though we've been drinking all night.
So.
Mouse lets out a little hiss at seeing you. Beautiful.
So
there's a glare from Abby too.
So the contradictory figures between it all, you have Mouse, who comes down with the most banging hangover she's ever had, looking like she's been hit by a train of some sorts, wearing this penguin onesie and slippers, and oh my god, my head, walking to the bar. And then you have Sensoril, who comes down in her elvish form, hair perfect, perfectly dressed clothes and all that stuff, with Scepter by her side, just sort of like almost gliding down the stairs. I just imagine and then just Mouses.
Yeah, I just pull the hood up over my head and disappear into my coffee.
Ebard walks over to you with a nice plate of sizzling sausages and bacon, and just puts it under your nose. Sausages and bacon, madam.
I think you. I might have some in a bit. I'm sticking with coffee at the moment.
Okay. He puts a platter down on the bar for you guys there. Goes into the back, and you just hear, "Oh!" Comes out with this massive silver platter. Like, his knees are buckling underneath it. It's got like roast pork and sausages and everything possible. Probably about 3 dozen fried eggs on it, and just
come and help.
he just places it right in front of Emrys. Your first.
Emrys will take it off of him as if like it's weightless and just place it down.
Oh, thank you, sir. Your first breakfast courses. Oh,
It smells amazing as always.
I'm not a young man anymore. Oh, anything for anyone else.
I'll just have some eggs and bacon, thank you.
Eggs and bacon. Everyone else.
Porridge is always good.
Eyes you up like, okay. Porridge it is. Looks at Stormcrow and Neff, and they're just like in their cups. Everyone's chai today. That's great. Oh.
Bondra's going to wander away to the sofas, and as she walks away, she's going to say, "I've had enough of the smell of dead things for what feels like a lifetime." And just sort of goes face first onto the sofa, arms by her side. Just not in a great mood.
Like an Ed and Eddie sketch, just fucking.
Exactly. Yeah, spot on.
He just looks around at you all and. Okay.
That just reminds me of that gif of that black guy going, okay.
You just hear the breath and like the old rattling bones and that of him, just like. I'll go.
Is Ebard actually a real person, or is he part of this bottled-in spell?
No, he's a real person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
We
was.
met him before this.
Yeah.
but-
He was your attendant in Starlight Peaks' castle.
I think I might have either met him once or not at all.
Yeah, it was.
Once.
I think you met him the last night before everybody
Yeah.
travelled. I think he had a nice wee bed somewhere for you.
So,
Yeah.
Abby is going to go past to go and help Ebard, but on the way is going to cast Lesser Restoration on Mouse to get rid of the hangover.
Boy, thank you.
See? Picking up some tricks from you.
I hadn't prepared it. I hadn't even thought of it.
Well, last night going to sleep, I was like, yeah, someone's going to need it.
Thank you, that is good.
Death.
I still pour myself more coffee.
Oh yeah, of course, naturally, but like, do that. Abby's gonna go and help Ebard for a little bit, just because Abby likes making breakfast anyway.
Right, I am going to sort my spells out, actually, so
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just like, oh yeah, long rest, sort out some spells.
So, you guys
Oh,
start doing all your preparation. Well, yeah.
Just very quickly, I'm assuming she might, but does Denisa know that you let any spellcasters change their spells on a long rest? Because ranges are normally fixed, and it's your special rule. So I'm just checking if Lisa knows.
Yeah, but it's for anybody that has access to more spells. So I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think you've got many
Uh,
spells, do you, Denisa?
I've got Fog Cloud, Good Berry, Protection from Evil, and Good Zephyr Strike.
And that's all stuff that's through like just abilities that you get,
Yes,
isn't it? Like
it's
feature
that.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then I've got, I don't know if that's still, yeah, I think so. I have the, I hate this word. I might say it wrong, so don't hate me for it. Etherealness, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one as well. But it's like, yeah, I can't really use it properly yet, so.
Let's just see.
That's fine, just because I've always known it as the overall
Oh
spell.
right, okay, yeah. So you can pick spells as well. So you've got 3 spells picked so
Right.
far, but you can pick 6.
Oh, okay.
So you can,
I'll have a look.
yeah. So, pardon me. The way that I work,
Loads of new spells.
the way,
Be leveled up.
yeah, you leveled up.
No. I mean, it's updated spells. Like, there's a second level spell called Conjure Ferryman that I've never seen before.
It'll be a book that one of us has picked up.
Probably.
Yeah, Book of Ebb and Tides.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Darren, you were explaining to
Yeah, I'm
thing about the spells.
yeah. I'm just wondering how you got the ethereal step as well. That's weird. That must have been. Is that still through? Thing? No.
Would that be from a feat?
Well, it was level 7, so let us just see. Ethereal dash. I've never heard of that one before. Yeah, it is. No, I think that's yeah, that's through your previous DM. I think he homebrewed a feat and gave it to you. So I'll need to take that off at some point. But we'll get something sorted for that. We'll get something in place for that. Yeah, so you can pick another 3 spells.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
But the way that I play this is, if you have access to other spells, you can change them out. That's usually a cleric thing, that they can change it up after a long rest, change their spells. But the way that I do it is like, especially for like wizards, you can learn 8 first level spells and 4 other ones and whatnot each, but you can only use, what is it, like 3/4 of that or something. You can ready 3/4 of it in your spell book. So it's like, well, you know the spells, so you can use them. You've learnt them, sort of thing. So if you want to, you can change them out after a long rest. And it'll be the same with likes of that sort of stuff as well. You can change it out if you want.
So, for example, if you wanted to swap out Good Fairy for Hunter's Mark because it's in your the list of available spells, you could do that, for example.
Yeah. And then if you wanted to change it out the next day, like, oh, you didn't want to use Hunter's Mark anymore, you wanted to have Step of the Wind or some shit like that. Just throwing out spell names here. And they're probably not even correct spell names.
I mean, Step of the Wind is a monk key point thing.
There we go.
Long Strider is what you were thinking.
Yeah, that was the one. I was thinking Step of the Wind, like, but we're just going to say that so that I don't sound stupid to everyone. Too late. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
So, after you have all had your breakfast, your drinks, Vondra is still in the middle of her existential crisis. I don't know if she's breathing. Like,
She's started to. She's taken her little hip flask and she's just sipping away.
okay.
Her 96% proof alcohol. Day drinking.
Do you know what's funny? That alcohol needs a name.
I shall have to think of one.
Oh, no. I have one better for you.
Do tell.
Eldarin Absinthe.
I like that.
There we go. Thought of it all myself. Didn't use Steve's Tavern or anything to generate a name for that sort of stuff. Yeah. You guys finish up, do what you need to do. Ebard comes out as you're all preparing yourselves for the day. Just to let everyone know, the King Turcano has asked me to remind you all about the ball this evening, and has requested that you all... Oh, what's the words he used again? Not look like a bunch of vagrants. No offence.
That's appropriately.
Yes, that is the words he definitely used. He didn't use any swears.
Because he is our king. Our kings don't swear.
Exactly. So.
And there'll be a knowing smile towards Ebard.
He gives you a little nod in thanks. So. Have at the town. Go off, enjoy yourselves. Grab stuff for this evening. I'll be here to make sure you all have some hearty meals and whatnot before you face the viciousness that is diplomatic Congress, we'll call it. And he just sort of like gets his towels and that and starts like, not whipping you all away, but just like shoo, shoo, shoo. Pushing you all towards the door.
Emrys will turn to Eobard and go, I have a little gift for you. Little something I picked up a little while ago. It might help you feel a bit more spry. And I will give him my potion of longevity to have.
He looks at it and takes the bottle from you. Thank you very much, Lord Emrys. It's very much appreciated.
No problem, my friend. Enjoy.
You see, he takes it. He brings it. He just making sure you guys are sort of like wandering off first. Puts his hand into like his pocket, brings out like this small flask, opens it up, starts pouring the drink, the concoction into it, seals it back up, leaves a little dreg in the bottle and just whoop, chucks the bottle away. Sort of stands up a little bit more spryly and, oh yes, I don't feel a day over 153 now.
Emrys will give him a little wink and walk out of the bottle.
Woohoo! So, we're not going to do a massive shopping spree here. We're going to have a montage.
Montage music, yeah.
We're gonna need a montage. Montage! Yeah. That's America. Fuck yeah. America. Fuck yeah. And I will allow you all some brief time to explain your, pardon me, to explain the choice of outfits you have went for in your shopping, and I'll let you send the photos into the character art bit. So, you all seen the photo earlier on. I will. Actually, can I change the window capture? I
You
will.
should be able to.
I cannot. It seems. Oh, wait, there we go. I'm good that way. Just watch, this will be completely fucked up.
It's looking good on stream.
So, I will first, for any viewers out there that may be watching, send in our resident tiefling warlock. He decided to go for a beautiful green and gold ensemble. If this will come up. Is it come up? Yes, it came up there. So I had some janky Photoshop over his horn, because it doesn't matter how many times you say it to ChatGPT or anything like that, or any image generators, they can't seem to get broken horns. So they can go fuck themselves. That is what he is working with. Abigail. What is Abigail sporting this evening?
So, let me just fetch the image myself. Not that I totally didn't already have this prepared, Darren. You know how prepared I totally am.
No problem.
So, Abby is gone for sort of something along the lines of a formal suit. Partly because Abby doesn't like being impeded by poor decision choices of fashion, such as dresses, etc. But also just so that Abby feels more comfortable, sort of in general. But it is Abby's gone and actually picked a bit of a color scheme which is reminiscent of their hometown. Only slightly, sort of slightly displaced, if that makes sense. Hang about, family. Discord's being a Discord.
Where's Abigail from again?
Abigail is from Endeavour, all the way down south.
Dan Seth.
The little peninsula, sort of penultimate one on the map, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Can you remember the name of the place?
I can indeed.
What's it called again?
'Tis the periphery.
Of?
Oh shit.
Now,
No, I know this. I have it to one side. Where is?
Ooh.
I do have this. Right, give me 10 seconds. Why is my notebook so far away? That's the wrong notebook. Hang on, 2 seconds. Technical difficulties, folks. This is what happens when you're in the process of transferring all of your notes from one book to another. But no, I remember. Oh, the
25th of
periphery
November.
of Shadow Reefs,
and what is the name of the town?
Forest Rest.
Yeah. It's a nice little place that I've heard.
Yeah.
So, Abigail is looking lovely. Mouse, what is it thy is wearing?
So Mouse is still
Wearing a
in
dress.
armour. Yeah, she's going in her penguin onesie. It's got some armour with intricate designs and little symbols of saloon, and quite icy looking. And she's got a big long cloak with lots of fur on it, and moons, blue and silver moons all over the cloak. And just to make herself look a little bit fancier, she's wearing a tiara.
I approve.
Do you have the photo there? Yes, you do.
Oh, nice.
Now, you have seen what Stormcrow has went for. A very red, crimson look. Very regal in itself as well.
That is gorgeous.
He even had the little fucking mark on his head. That was something top notch, you know. Who have we got? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2. Sensiral, what are you going for next? What have you went for?
Okay, so Sensorial, since she's kind of always spent her life in nature and forest near her village, she's gone for a deep green dress that kind of reflects, and symbolizing the close bond with the nature. It's got golden embroidery as well. That kind of, you'll see it on the picture. And it's got some red crystals in it as well to kind of match with Satra, if you like. She's got the red crystal in her head, and yeah, that's what I went with. And I've got some pictures for you.
Sensual's accessorizing. Coordinating, that's the word.
That's it.
I imagine this is like the first time Sensoral's ever been asked to anything like this. Like spending time as a wanderer, so she's decided, fuck it, I'm going all out. I'm doing this.
Yeah, exactly. If it's gonna work. Oh, why is it not working? Oh, you can. Oh.
Would you like me to send them in?
Yes, please, because it's been a bit funny here right now.
Yeah, it worked when I clicked on it, but it doesn't give the thumbnail.
Yeah, I know. Normally it works fine, and today it's just been.
I'll send them over.
Although I'm highly amused because
there.
Oh, pretty.
Vondra, what is it thy is wearing?
So Vondra's just gone for sort of practical, nothing too flashy or fancy, sticking to the colours she knows and likes, reds, dark browns, blacks, gone for sort of a long cloak, a high collar, sort of a tight jacket, sort of red leather jacket, and I'll send the images. Her ears are more like the left picture, but her face and hair is more like the right picture. And she's got that on her side. She's got like a little slot for spell scrolls, and then that sort of goes around her waist, and then like a dark brown black sort of like thing that goes over her hands, but then leaves her fingers free for casting. So she's very much prepared in case things go south. That she wants to be prepared, not too formal, but not too fancy.
I love that outfit on the first
Do
photo.
as well.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it's sort of a mixture of the two. So it'd probably be more like the red on the left, and then
Yeah, I've got
The
like
cloak.
a bit of a mixture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
The-
definitely going to need that jacket.
I know, right?
the thing is, Vondra's only 3 foot tall, so these photos make her look a lot taller. But this is,
yeah, just imagine a midget version of it.
yeah, I was going to say a child's version, but okay, let's go with that one then. Apologies if anybody is watching who is
person.
vertically challenged. So I'm going to put in the photo, if that's okay, Stuart, because I know that we've at the very last minute changed up what he was going to be wearing.
When you sent that to me, or is it yesterday? Today, I fucking wet myself.
Well, I can't wait to see.
Emrys,
I know.
Emrys was going something very casual to start with, but he's changed it and he's made himself look very more regal. But unfortunately, I couldn't. Like, AI generation really struggles with Goliaths, especially the way that Stuart wants Emrys to look. So I'm going to let him describe what he wants him to look like first.
Borat
Well,
Mankini.
after near enough. If that's just what he wears normally. So I'm going to send the photo first, and then he can describe what it's meant to look like.
But Jack Taylor.
Honestly, I could not stop laughing yesterday.
Just a little bow tie.
Bow tie's still there.
Is it on his like pony like or like on a braid, or is it like on his neck?
It's on the braid on his beard.
On the braid, that's even better. Love it, love it.
I love that.
Hey, buddy.
Emrys,
It's just
Emrys's outfit, Mouse would recognise from her previous visits to the gate, because it's very similar to what Emrys's dad would wear daily, being with the chief. So he's wearing a bear pelt kind of skirt with a wolf pelt cloak with wolf head still attached to the pelt, sitting on top of his head.
Just for
with
reference
his
for
little bow
everyone.
tie in place.
I will kiss him on his cheek and say, "You look very smart, my love."
Thank you very much. You also notice Emrys isn't wearing the Titanstone knuckles at the moment as well.
But that he does have pants on.
Did I say he has had pants on?
No, that's why I was asking.
You
This is Emrys. The closer than
Did you restrict him?
you always need to make sure Emrys has pants on.
Yeah, it's become like a daily routine. Like, just used to making sure Goliath is covered.
If you let him away with it, he'd go around in the scuzzy.
Yep.
Which we'll let him do in the pub, but it's just mainly when we go out in public.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
you're meeting dignitaries. Like, he needs to be.
Yeah, it's pants weather.
Yeah. There was one of the sessions before. They were fighting a kraken on the beach, just a baby kraken, and he got made even bigger as a giant. He got enlarged, so it doubles his height. So he was already 7.5 foot or something. He went to about 15 foot, and he ran over somebody. He actually ran over one of the players, not realizing he wasn't wearing pants or anything underneath his loincloth. They got a view. They got a fucking view of his
Wasn't
fucking.
it Abigail that you just kind of like stepped over?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think Abby
yeah,
got
it's always
a.
Abby.
I think Abby got a good view of
It's
his.
on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I
It
think.
reminds you that Longest Yard got hammered by the hammer.
Yeah. So. I would imagine like during all the shopping trips and the buying of the stuff, you guys would be regaling Sensoril, pardon me, of all these little tales, all the little memories and whatnot. The good, the bad ones, and probably the ugly ones as well. Is there anything anybody would like to speak about before we head off into the new?
I would at some point like to pull Vondra aside.
Okay, you could pull
Yeah.
Vondra.
And same for me with Emerus, actually.
Okay, you guys can do what you need to do. You could pull each other off or whatever. We'll have it in the.
Raising.
What was it we done last that I said last week that got people in stitches?
Oh my gosh. It was it's gone. It's gone.
It was something about it was something along that lines as well.
It's the fastest cake in the world.
Hey.
Hey.
So Abigail and Vondra, you guys can chat to each other. Just move yourselves about in the map that we're in at the moment. I'm not going to.
Are we going whispers or are we going? Are we doing it in front of everyone?
I'm fine with it in front of everyone. If you
Yeah,
are.
do it in front of it.
Yeah.
I will
Everyone.
say that when this is actually happening, though, the entire conversation is in halfling.
Ooh.
Oh.
Vondra will, as soon as you start speaking it, she'll look quite surprised, but comforted to hear her language.
So, how you doing? Because it's been a bit of a rough ride, and I know this is your first sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing great. Not doing great. The absinthe is helping a little bit, take the edge off. But yeah, God of Death. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, no, neither did I. I mean, we've seen some wacky crap before you joined us, but yeah, no, that was a
In at the
Yeah.
deep end.
yeah. That's a good way to put it. Look, I know we don't talk a lot, and we promised before everything happened that we would have a chat. And then apparently you met Betty, and then the whole thing on the ship, and yeah. Just know that whenever things get a little bit tough, you can always come and talk to me. There's
Oh,
always
thank
a touch of home here.
Oh, I feel that. Thank you. That's bolstered my spirit a little bit, so I needed that. I was thinking of how the king, how well in are you as a group with him? It seems like you're. I mean, he came in here and had a drink with you. Seems like you're on pretty good terms with him. But do you have access to his resources, or?
To a point. To a point, yeah. I mean, he's let he let Mags and Abby also shake their head a little bit. And Mayron, you know, join up with Telep in the forge, and he supplied us with a ship and given us titles and things like that. So I feel as though we have some standing. Is there something you'd like us to talk to him about? Do you want me to come with you and see if we can...
I was wondering if they had transportation means, but not in the physical sense, in the magical sense. I wouldn't mind speaking with if he has any mages or wizards or witches at his disposal. I'm just speaking with, or scholars, and speaking with them. I may have something that could help us get around, but I need to do some research first on it before
Yeah.
I can But I don't know my way around, obviously, Starlight Peaks and the King's Abode, so I'll may need some guidance on that front from you and
Yeah, I mean,
them.
I'm going to assume at this point we're like walking down the street. Actually, at this point, despite the map, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna, Abby's gonna sort of point up to the dragons and be like, "I'm sure there's some kind of mages around here. I mean, there's a lot of magic that seems to be in this place. I mean, one of the rarest elements for magic is made here, so I don't think that will be too much of an issue. We just need to be able to speak to him when we
Okay.
can, I think."
I didn't know about this. So this element, it's what, mined here or produced here, made here, synthesized here? What's this element you speak of?
It's stellarite.
Alright, okay.
Give me a nature check, please, Vondra.
Okay, nature. Oh, got +5. That's not bad. 16 + 5, 21.
21.
I was just gonna say.
21.
21.
21.
It's mental how nobody can say that nowadays without that thinking.
Oh, it's my lucky number, so
Is it? Oh,
Hey.
21. Yeah,
perfect.
Is it because it's your date of birth?
it's not my date of birth. It's my date of... Well, I'm not going to say this on stream, but it's not my date of birth.
Because sometimes people do it, like, oh, I was born that day, so that's gonna be my lucky number.
No, it's just a number that's always come up in my life, like, throughout it, so
Fair
it's
enough.
and it's always been a positive number for me, so yeah, it can be Vondra's as well.
Nice, nice.
Nice. So, the mention of stellarite from Abigail, it jogs a little bit of a memory. While you were sort of wandering around the kingdom for a while, and memories of like your mother as she would visit the city on her diplomatic like kingdom stuff, her being one of the only other people sort of outside of Starlight Peaks that sort of knows about this place due to knowing the right kings and queens and all that stuff from where she is. You know it has something to do with it's a strange metal, sort of like silverish blue in colour with like rivers and veins of like starlight is probably the easiest way to describe it, running through
That makes sense.
through it. It's known to be a very very tough metal once smithed, but also has very strong magical properties. So anything that's made of stellarite, i.e. likes of weapons or magical accessories like a ring or a necklace or anything like that, is known to keep its magical charge a lot longer than anything made of normal materials. So where something might be imbued in a locket, say, made of steel or gold, over time the magical effects will degrade and disappear. Whereas if it's forged in stellarite, it seems to work a lot longer.
I'll say to Abby then, I'll say, I should perhaps like to see this element and study it and work with it at some point.
I mean,
Sounds very intriguing.
you'd have seen bits of it. Giles's armor had stellarite in it.
That makes a lot of sense now.
I think part of the Condemned did as well, didn't it?
So his glaive had
That's
stellarite in it.
Dave. That's fine. Abby wasn't paying that much attention. Abby just knew there's stellarite there.
Yeah. His glaive had stellarite in it.
No
And
wonder I was always drawn to Giles's weaponry.
He had some kind of alluring manner, didn't he? I miss the oath.
Me too. Me too.
But We'll get there.
Well, you seem to, and I'll mention, seem to have a new companion already. What's she like? Assuming she's a she.
Central's a she, isn't she, Denisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, just double checking.
Mhm.
I mean, she's been with us a night, so who knows?
Where did she come from?
She came with Emerus. Apparently they've been venturing together, so I'm always wary around new people. You'll remember when we first met, I gave you my my fake name.
Yes.
But yeah, just jury's
First
out.
impressions seem okay. Jury's out. Okay.
Jury's out for me, but I have my reasons.
The important question is, can she hold a drink?
Yeah. I mean, she did better than Mouse last night.
Well, that's a good trait to have, especially once she tries a bit of this absinthe.
Yeah.
See how she fares.
I think the absinthe will be a good trial when we get there.
Yes, sometimes gets the truth flowing out of people if they're a bit shy. God knows it worked for me.
Yeah, and there's always this, and sort of Abby will sort of shake one of the remaining truth serum vials that he still have.
Is this the
One
awkward?
of us look at.
Is this the awkward
Go
time
on.
to say that Sensoril speaks halfling?
No, I don't.
I'm
No,
only
I only take
joking.
that. I speak common, deep speech, draconic, elvish, and sylvan, but not half.
Dang.
It would have been funny if you did though. So then,
Oh,
like-
yeah.
It would've. I was already checking as well.
She's just following us down the street, like hiding in an alleyway. Listening.
Technically, you're all out on the shopping trip at the same time, so
Yeah, fair. No. Well,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we'll see how it goes then. I suppose.
Yeah.
Abby.
So,
But no, thank you for cheering me up.
yeah, I've always got your back.
Yeah, you're good like that.
I tr-
How are you? How are you? You got more enough about me. How are you? Because you knew them for longer.
I mean, it's hard, but we've lost others before, and I'm not saying you get immune to it.
I'm numb to it. Yeah.
You don't. You learn to grow while holding on to that. You just learn to remember them, and just remember that you are the spark keeping them alive.
Well said, friend.
So, shall we go find some suits?
Hell yeah. And she'll attempt to link arms with Abby, but I imagine Abby's a little bit too tall for that.
Abby's about 5'7", so
Yeah, she'd
It-
struggle a little bit. You'd have to crouch down a little bit.
you'd sort of start to do that, and I think Abby will then just sort of recombobulate it so that Abby's like hooked around your shoulder, sort of thing.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go get fancy.
Yes.
And you guys continue your way up the street, trying to return to the castle. Emrys and Stormcrow, you wanted to pull Emrys off, didn't you?
I didn't. I also wanted to talk to him as well. So yeah, basically, as we walk along the street, I'm just going to sort of put my pat my hand on Emrys's arm and just sort of beckon to him to slow down a little bit. So he's going to close down and just going to start and say, "Look, man, yesterday I forgot to pass on a message to you from someone."
From someone? From who?
And I sort of take a deep breath and go, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I've never had to pass on a message like this before. And I sort of look up at him and go, right, so this is the message. Osiris is pleased. He sees your strength, your resolve, and whispers your deeds reach even the quietest of realms. He knows you chose well, and he knew it. You are the one to save. Keep walking the path. His eyes are ever upon you. and I sort of look up at him and go, apparently, big guy, you've made him very happy.
Emrys will kind of like do a smug look and just nod his head and like, that is good to know. It redefines that what I am doing is right.
Emrys just sort of looks up at him and grins and goes, I've had to pass some messages before, but I've never had to pass one from a god, so that's the first for me, big guy. And I'm glad that he's happy with you, because we all are.
How did you come upon this message?
He sort of, and I sort of look down a little bit. Stonker sort of looks down a little bit and takes a breath and goes, it was just after Neva made her choice and we were leaving. He sort of basically he just whispered it in my ear very quickly and asked me to pass it on to you.
Emrys will put his hand on Stormcrow's shoulder and just kind of like a reassuring, because of what he's been through. It's greatly appreciated that you have passed this on to me. We all have suffered a massive loss here, but we still have each other.
Pat his hand and go, here's big guy. I know you're our guy, you know, when we go to the combat and everything, but the one thing no one realizes about you, and I'm lucky to have known you as long as I do, is if I am struggling, I know I can come and talk to you, man, and that's nice. And yeah, it's not been easy the last, few days for us, and you know, God knows what you've been through over the last few months.
Oh, I have some stories that would even curl your toes.
And it's grin up at him and go, well, the next time we go drinking, then I think me and you just sit down. You can have a keg, I'll have a bottle, and we'll just split it, and we'll just sit down and have a catch-up about our escapades.
That sounds good, but this time just keep your hands to yourself. And just kind of like nudge him on the shoulder.
Yeah. But spread my hands wide in sort of mock indignation and go, what did I do? How dare you accuse me of something like that? And anyway, and I just nod down towards this loincloth and go, there is no way in hell that is happening after what I saw on that battle on the beach with the Kraken.
Little Stormcrow, you do make me chuckle.
So I sort of nudge him in the side and go, come on in, let's try and get you fancy. Or, well, we'll do our best.
I have an idea.
I just sort of put my one hand on my forehead and go, I'm sure you do.
So, is there anybody else that'd like to say anything? No?
Can
Oh.
I try doing the sending again?
To the Grandmaster, yes?
To, yeah.
Okay, what did I do last time? I made you roll for it, didn't I?
Yeah, you said like she came through, but like
Underwater.
the teacher from Snoopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
give
it was either Arcana or Religion last time.
Yeah, give me an Arcana roll, please. While you try.
I will guidance myself as well. 15, 18.
You, after having had a long rest, a long sleep, passing out from all the alcohol, whatever you want to call it, you feel a lot better than you did yesterday as you tried to send the message through across the plains. What would you like to say?
Had it written down. I'll repeat what I said last time, which was Master Niven has fallen. The enemy was stronger than we thought. On Moray and I Lord Osiris helped us, but we are in Adrasil. We shall return.
Again, as you reach out and send this message, you feel as if it has connected with who it's meant to. And you get back. Don't. Come back. Death.
Straight away send another message. I am only getting every other word. I am only getting every other word. I do not understand.
Roll me another Arcana, please.
Guidance.
Oof.
Why didn't that come up? There we go. 18, 21. Yeah.
No, everyone has fun. Don't worry.
Betty.
This will not come back. Please do not return, for there is death. Did you get any of that?
I got something about Niven, don't return death.
I got. I know Master Nevin is dead. Please do not return something death.
The spell, again, seems clouded still. A little bit more understandable. It's like it's like you're out the water and now like cleaning out your ears, but there's still a little bit left in, a little bit of water left in. You don't know if this is still residue from, or it's still an effect, sorry, of the realm travel or what. At this moment in time, it still feels like it's groggy to communicate between the realms.
I'm gonna join everybody else and like try to explain. Like, see if anybody's heard of this before.
Has anybody heard of this before? Does anybody want to know if they've ever heard of this before?
I'm rolling a history check. I'm assuming.
I've never had it before that I only get every other word. It sounds like she's underwater.
For Abigail, this would be difficult because magic isn't her natural strong point. Their natural strong point, sorry.
Am I able to roll as well?
Yeah, of course.
What's the roll? Sorry, Arcana or History?
Give me an Arcana for yourself, because you're more magically attuned.
Nat 20 for 29.
Woo!
Wow.
Nice. Stormcrow, again, you've never really heard of this sort of thing. This isn't anything that realm travel for you hasn't really been a thing. But Vondra, you've studied enough.
Something's awoken in me a little bit from travelling through Osiris's realm, I think.
Yeah, something sort of clicks with you. Like you've had the same sort of feeling that Mouse has had, as if you're sort of detached from your magic a little bit. It's like you feel you've got something at your fingertips, but you don't know what you've got. It's like it's almost as if like your fingers are going pins and needlesy. Like you've slept on your arm for too long, and it's just everything's going a little bit numb. You've heard of this sort of experience before, and it is down to like realm travel and shock. Like even though Mouse has bamfed multiple times and she's still been able to use her magic, you guys went somewhere you shouldn't have ever went.
Yeah.
You should no living physical mortal should ever stepped foot where you guys stepped. You know that by not even just by magical terms like an arcana like an understanding of magic and the arcane. You know that as a person, you should never have ever stepped foot near the gates of death and the afterlife. Like that place where you guys stood was nothing that any mortal should ever have experienced.
Yeah, I'll say to Mouse, I'll say, I think going to the realm of the god of death has fundamentally either changed us, whether permanently or temporarily, I do not know at this moment in time, or it has severed or changed some sort of connection we have to the magical weave of this world. I don't know if it's something that will fade over time, or if this is permanent, but yeah, I don't think we were meant to ever be so close to the gods or the gates of death willingly.
Oh, I am. It's frustrating when so much has happened and I need to know that everything is okay over there, and all I'm getting is a couple of words saying don't return.
I think, unfortunately, we may need to be a little patient, and the ball could be a good way to distract ourselves from that concern for a day, or even just an evening. And we'll just see how it goes day by day. If it's not getting any better or gets worse, then we may need to seek some deeper knowledge from the libraries and the scholars of Starlight Peaks to see if we need to somehow remedy this, if there's any way we can fix it. But for now, I think we're very lucky to have left that realm as we have.
Yeah, let's get tonight over and done with, and go to the library tonight.
Okay. You guys return. Oh, sorry.
No, just saying thank you.
Imagine that. Saying thank you. Showing kindness and manners. So, you all return to the castle. You left the bottle in a very safe place. You all jump into it, and Eblard has a nice feast ready for you, just to quickly line your stomachs. You all go up, get changed into your lovely ball gowns and corsets and suits and all that sort of stuff, because I'm a high person of fashion. Sensual, I imagine, like you give Satra a bath and like get her all trimmed in proper and all that, little bow tie on her.
Yeah, she get a green and a gold bow tie on her.
Ah.
I'm picturing that scene from Beauty and the Beast where the Beast has a bath.
I got that as well in my head there. And you are escorted to the ball. As you come to the main doors of the grand hall, you just see a few guards standing there. They cross their blades, or their like glaives over their chest, and Sorry, 2 seconds. The introducer is currently inside. He's getting ready to introduce everyone else first. He should be a second, people. Good lords and ladies and oh yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak to you lot.
I just look at him and go, "You've probably heard of us.
Y-
It's the Erasura."
yeah, I've heard of you. I'm a soldier in Starlight Peaks. And he points to his armor. You saved my cousin's village.
So I nod and go, "And he's doing okay. The village is doing okay." Was that the one with the? And I look around and go, "What was that big, horrible thing we fought outside the mine?"
Oh,
Was that the Nightwalker thing?
Yes,
Yes.
night terrorly demon.
Yeah. And I look at the guy and go, "Yeah, that thing. Is everyone okay in the village now?"
Oh no, they all died, but you saved the village. And he just sort of looks away.
So I go, "Oh." I sort of look around and struggle and go, "Well, at least we help property values."
Yeah. The door sort of slides open a little bit, and you see this like smaller elf-like gentleman sort of come over to you. So, hello, Arashtara, lords and ladies and everything. Sorry, there's been so many people this evening. We're just getting ready to announce you all. If you would please wait there for just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. He holds up 2 fingers. 2 seconds. Looks at back in the door and just, you see like make a little hand gesture. And you hear he just wanders in. If I might have all attention. Did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The group known as the Arashtara. And you just hear whoop whoop cheers. The solemn protectors of Starlight Peaks and the vanquishers of the what was it called again? Oh shit. What was it called again? Nightwalker! Woohoo! Yay! This guy looks really frazzled by this point. Like he's the amount of people in the ballroom. You can see he's been at this all night so far. Like, and it's only maybe like an hour and a half into the ball. You all get like escorted up. King Turcano sitting on his throne stands up. Honoured guests, these are the saviours of Starlight Peaks. A toast in their honour. You see all the visiting sort of like nobles and dignitaries and stuff there. They also hold a glass up to you, whatever it is they've got. You hear off to the side, "Aye, these bastards are really good at what they're doing." You see the Volking Azagal Drakeflame, the king of Ajalon, the volcanic city, who you've all met before, sitting off with a small party of dwarves. Just, "Hey, woo! Get your top off, Emrys."
Sorry, what was his name again? King what?
Azagal.
Have I met him?
Yes?
Yes.
Don't
When we
remember
fir-
going to Atlantic City.
So we first met him when we came to Starlight Peaks because he was already talking to King Tucano at the time.
Oh right.
He
yeah,
was
okay, that was it.
he was the dwarven king that everybody thought was Ramala's king.
Also,
That-
hello George Clooney.
You noticed that, did you? Yeah, that's George Clooney, guys.
No, it's like George Clooney.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody raises a toast to you. You'd see all the visiting dignitaries and that. Mostly made up of dragon-born humans, elves. There's a few goblins there. Obviously the dwarves, one centaur who's in like really nice finery at the top half and seems to be wearing like a draped over kilt over the back bits. He's very handsome. And he just sort of raises a drink to you and you just hear him like clacking his hooves on the ground. Yeah, everybody raises a toast to yourselves. You guys have the room to yourselves. No, to yourselves, sorry. You have the room to do what you wish. Is there anyone you would like
You'll see.
to speak to?
You'll see for the first time.
Oh.
Sorry, I was just
No,
gonna say,
on you go, on you go.
Vondra looks a bit shy, and like you see her cheeks turn a bit red because obviously she's not been with the group for that long and hasn't done the same deeds, so doesn't feel justified in taking in the praise. Sort of has her head a bit low, but yeah, it's the first time you'll have seen her with like red cheeks, just in a bit of embarrassment.
So
There's just like nuzzles between everybody.
when Mouse gets nervous and uncomfortable, she cuddles her tail. So she's got her tail wrapped round one arm, and she just gives the end of it to Vondra for like a comfort thing. And we're both there just stroking my tail, holding it.
Yeah, she'll happily accept and thinks to herself how kind everyone's been.
She'll happily yank Mouse's tail. That's fine.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to put it in the gutter.
Yep, that's who I am. That's who
Have
I.
you met Aaron before? It's what he does.
Exactly. I am the bad influence on this group, apparently.
Absolutely. The rest are perfectly well behaved.
You guys are sort of stand yourselves up, do what you need to do. Drinks are started passing about. It seems to be a giant like custom keg with a handle on it for Emrys. The rest of you get lovely like silver embroidered goblets filled with like lovely wines, spirits. The choices are yours. You see one of the
Mouse
servants.
goes for orange juice.
Mouse, there is a big jar of orange juice sitting there on one of the tables. I just imagine Mouse goes over, picks up the jar, and just, yep, this is mine.
Yep.
One of the servants comes with a very large, seems to be well I was going to say embroidered there, but it's not. What's the word again? Engraved. Very large, lovely engraved bowl, and sets it down sort of off in the corner and fills it with water for Citra. There's a lovely little band playing in the corner. I imagine that's caught Stormcrow's attention.
Central just kind of nods in like gratitude.
The servant just sort of clasps her hands together over her stomach, bows to you, and sort of wanders off.
Does Vondra see any sort of punch bowl anywhere?
Yeah, there is tables with drinks and that
Oh,
on them,
God.
so you,
Oh god.
I
like,
know where this is going.
you guys wandered past.
Yeah,
If
you
it's
do.
good with the punch bowl, she's going to go for a swim.
Are you going to try and spike the punch bowl, are you?
Of course I am.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand, please.
Yeah, let's make this party interesting. So 17 plus 5, 22.
Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Just a little.
So I'm going to try and slip some absinthe from my hip flask into the open drink.
Okay, you walk
I
over.
was going to say, if it didn't work, I would have just sort of nudged Vondra and go, give it here. And I would have tried it.
Yeah. Vondra walks back to the way you came, went to the big punch bowl that's there, and starts to tip the flask in ever so slightly. You see a couple of people you already know, Maron Artano, the blacksmith, the strange woman that was there when he was crafting that, was crafting something when you guys reappeared, Morgana Ran. old friend of the group. Met her in Old Town in the Mages College. They just sort of grabbing some food and staring over at you, very straight. Like Meron just sort of turns and like winks and nods and stuff like that, knowing what you're doing. Morgana just starts laughing into her hand.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice this?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
And we're inside, so it should be a straight roll.
You have a 22 to beat.
Nah, 10, didn't notice it. All I was going to do was just fist bump her when she came back over and I was nice.
Yeah, you're overtaken by the people playing off in the corner. Their music doesn't seem to be the best. It's very solemn. It's very like downbeat. Like there's the performer in you thinks that they should start being a bit more up tempo, I would say.
I'll wander back to the group and just offer the hip flask to everybody and say,
So,
if anyone needs any Dutch courage to socialise, mingle, then feel free. This is Elder in Absinthe. It's very strong, but quite delicious.
Mouse just turns green at the thought.
so what I was going to say, as you were tipping the drink into the punch bowl, presenting Her Royal Highness, the King of Dagger Menel, King Rossi Humble Glory. Vondra, how do you feel about your mother walking in at the same time as you spiking a punch bowl?
I think she would dive behind the table that the drink's at. And hope she doesn't see them.
She clocked you as soon as she was walking in. And you hear the heavy boots. Give me a stealth check, sorry. See if she knows where you went.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Oh. Rolled off. That rolled off as well. A 13. As you jump underneath the table, you hear heavy boots clacking on the stone surface, and it gets to the table. Would you mind telling me what you're doing?
Pop her head up slowly. Just having a bit of fun. What are you doing here?
I was invited. Now, I expected maybe a message once in a while from my daughter. You know, it's only been nearly 9 months since I last seen you. And I find you spiking a punch bowl? I've just got one thing to say about that, young lady. And she gets like very like stand up, like she gets very stand up. She stands up and like very solid, the king that you know her to be. And she just sort of grabs you and hugs you. It's good to see you, my dear.
Yeah, Vondra's defences are down. She's just like totally enamoured and relieved that she's not in trouble.
Vondra
leans into it.
Vondra's turned into a child in this instance, I'm imagining.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, the king informed me of
See you
everything.
too.
the friends you've made, I would like to see them. Show me them.
I'll lead her over to the group.
Okay. You with your mother come across to the group. You guys can move your group wherever you want, by the way. Like, I'm not wanting to force the situation. Like, I'm just imagining all this happening and you guys are just standing there in the middle of a ballroom, still where you came in.
We don't have our tokens.
Huh.
I'll have such trust.
I'm glad you made a fool. I'm glad you made a fool of me there.
You couldn't have dropped her in the chat. You could have been cool.
Yep. This is. You guys are gonna regret that soon enough.
Oh, well, what do you mean, you guys? We didn't do anything.
Yeah, not saying something is just as bad as saying something.
To be fair, I hadn't actually tried to move my character yet, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
I did try and move it and didn't say anything, so I'm just.
Don't worry.
I'm crocheting, so I'm not even looking at it.
Don't worry, you all will die by the end.
Well, like they said, Littlefinger is in this room.
Yeah.
I know. I'll say everybody. This is my mum. This is my mother, Rossi. She's not from around here, but she's a true warrior, and I think Emerus, my mum is part of the reason why I was so drawn to you when I first met you all.
We're obviously the same height, dear. That's what she means.
As in Rossi.
Yep.
Oh my god! I've only just tweaked. I'm like, ah.
Yes. Rossi is one of Byron's older characters from another campaign, I believe. And he,
Faerun, yeah.
And he asked
our in-person group.
And he asked if Rossi could be Vondra's mum.
Aww.
So I was like, of course. That sounds brilliant.
I wasn't expecting her to actually show up this early or at all in this campaign, so thank you, Darren.
No problem. I hope.
How are you going to play this out? Like, how far into the future is this?
I'm just considering it a multiverse at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you know what Vondra's babbling in, then yeah, that'll give you a hint as to how Rossi may have ended up in this world.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll explain to out above table. Rossi is a fighter barbarian, and so but then dabbled into Eldritch Knight, so taught Vondra what she knew about magic, and then sort of set her free in the world.
And instead of going down a fighter knowledge, she took. She decided to become a learner, a scholar, learn the basis of magic.
Yeah, which takes after Rossi's mum, who was a sorcerer. So it's all part of the family tree.
It's all in the blood.
Or in Wales, the family twig.
But yeah, you thought Vondra was red-cheeked when she got into this room. She's now very red in the face.
I can almost feel like there's probably part of like her hair is like it's becoming imperceivable between face and hair. Is that red?
I was going to say, what is more scarlet at this moment in time, her hair or her face?
Or a costume.
Or a costume, yeah.
Yeah, her face is definitely giving her hair a run for its money.
So Rossi just like comes up to everybody and just thrusts out her like gauntleted hand, starts shaking everyone. She comes up to you, Sentinel. Oh, look at you! You're absolutely lovely. I like the hair. It matches us, you know. And she points over to Vondra and, oh, you're obviously one of ours. She goes over to you, Oh, right, sorry, yep.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just gonna say she internally feels a bit like out of her depth. You know, it's like she doesn't really know the group. She's now at this royal ball, whatever. She doesn't really know who everyone is. She doesn't know anything, and she's just been like, yeah, it's an honor to meet you.
Give me a deception check, please.
Oh, +0. Yeah, that's gonna help.
That is. She sort of like, while she takes your hand, gets that sense and just sort of pulls you in a little bit, ends up pulling you down because you're like this tall, slender elf. She's this halfling that's 3 foot tall, so probably like half your size. She's a wee bit taller than Vondra, just with her like fighter barbarian stature.
Sorry, I'll have to mention Rossi is like 6, I think at least 6 foot. Rossi is not a halfling. Rossi's is a human.
I thought she was a halfling.
No, she's human.
Oh. Well, you've just fucked me right over here, Byron. That's fine by me. I was.
Just gone with it.
In the next couple of weeks, it's going to be all the fault of Vondra and Abigail.
Yeah, everything is like what's away happened to you guys is all their fault. That's fine that's fine by me.
Hey, Rossi was my first ever D&D character. I've got to do her, got to
do her justice.
Yeah.
So
Abby's my first.
So where does Vondra get the halfling side? Her dad then, possibly, or is she adopted?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would, as a matter of fact. Holding all
It
this
shall
in.
not be mentioned on this call.
Oh right, okay, that's fine.
I'll DM you.
Oh, he's giving me the
Just slide
DM.
into those DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah. DMs.
Yeah. So, let's step back a little bit. Ross's grand stature walks over to you, Sensoril, shakes your hand, pulls you in a little bit. Just, it's okay, these things get easier. Just stick with us. You'll be fine.
She just kind of nods.
Walks up to the big man, just puts her gauntleted hand over her chest, bows a little bit, giving you a warrior's greeting.
Emrys will copy, doing the same.
Walks over to the rest of you. Abigail just puts her hand out for you to shake. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Your daughter's a very good friend.
That's nice. I love my daughter, but she's a pain in the arse. That's fine. She hasn't sent me a message in 9 months, but that's fine.
There's a story there. Just we'll get to it.
That's fine. Walks over to you, Stormcrow. Starts looking up at the scar and just goes, "It's very nice to meet you, son." Shakes your hand.
I'll bow my head gently, kiss her hand and go, lovely to meet you, Highness, and can I just say you have raised a wonderful daughter. Don't think we could have got through a lot of what we've been through the last few months without her.
That's very kind of you to say. She's never messaged me or anything in 9 months, so that's good by me.
I sort of look at her shrug.
Yeah.
Well, I've spoken to my parents in about 3 years, so, unfortunately, children will forget to do these things, and I'm sure there is no reason why she would have done it intentionally.
That's kind of you to say. Walks past you. Stops, stares at you, Mouse, looks you all over. You're very fluffy. I like fluffy.
You're very tall for a halfling's mother.
I know. Something really strange is going on here. I don't know why. Surely at some point I will find out.
Perhaps it's holding her tail again. She's like, We have been on a long trip, stealth mission.
Ah, okay. Is that why my daughter couldn't message me within 9 months? That's fine.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The magic went a bit hoo-ha, and we weren't able to do any sending. But now we are back. I
Ah,
can message you as much as you like.
that's lovely, dear. I'm not your mum. But it's appreciated.
I mean, it could be like an instant message rather than waiting for a letter.
Ah, okay, I get you. Right, that is plain to see. It's just
I'll tap Mum on the back, on the small of the back, and just say, we were in the Feywild. Remember that place?
Oh yeah, with the weird trees and the water and all that stuff. Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah.
And Rossi has been to the Feywild, so she'll understand.
Rossi's there now, isn't she?
Yep.
We've been there for 2 years.
This is a multiversal Rossi. This is a different one, guys. Come on.
It's the same as how it was multiversal Giles.
Yeah, this is variant Rossi we're talking about.
Well, she's a variant human, so.
Ugh.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
where the halfling comes from.
I can't slag
Nice
that off because
mutation.
my first one, Byther Drowdic, is a variant human wizard. You know, so I can't slag off anybody for that.
Nice.
It took me 6 months to realise that he wasn't an ogre.
Mm.
That's nice. So, introductions with her mother are over. She wanders off, speaks to the king, does her king duties, followed up by King Azagal. You are free to go and speak to whoever you want. As you scout around the place, you see some familiar faces. Sir Dane Starfell, the guy with the big dragon that you all dealt with before. Lord Telip's here. Meron and Morgana, as spoken about before. Can I get a perception check from Emrys, Mouse, Stormcrow, and Abigail, please?
Yep, sure. Also, DM, just to let you know, I still can't move Stormcrow.
For fuck's sake, you're a fucking pain in my arse, you know that.
27.
21.
For some reason, I picked Abigail for
Everest
you.
matched me.
I'm just double checking everyone to make sure you all have movement, because some idiot never done it right. 21, 27. Stormcrow, what did you get, sorry?
I'm just rolling mine now, mate.
Oh, for God's
For some
sake.
reason, my Chromebook has been an absolute dick tonight. Oh, I think that's a 22, isn't it?
22. You guys, as you look around the ballroom for people to speak to schmooze with, all that sort of stuff, you see a familiar person wandering around with a small plate. A male gif who seems to be in some finery. It seems a little bit more worn than everybody else's, but still wearing his best. He sees you all and wanders over. Hello, everyone.
Jeff.
It's nice to see you all alive. This, for everybody who is not familiar, this is Jeff Gungson, the husband of Sir Terwilliger Gungson, or Twelks, who died saving the group, or trying to save the group from Killian many moons ago, and whose sons, whose 2 adopted sons, are now in Killian's hands.
On that note, I'm going to tootle because I am absolutely shattered. I'm falling asleep.
Nope, sorry, I couldn't keep it exciting.
No, it's just been a long day. But keep me posted. I'll find out what happens tomorrow.
Okay.
All
Nighty
right.
night.
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 Rest
you all.
well. Love
Night.
you.
Night.
So the giant GIF gentleman walks over to you all, introduces
Is
himself.
that the race?
GIF, yes. Do you not know who
Two
GIF?
Fs.
Jeff the GIF. So GIF are for people who aren't familiar, are hippo people.
Thank you.
He just sort of looks over you all. It's good to see you all.
Does Jeff know that Killian has his 2 boys?
Yes. He has been informed
we
within the 8 months of what is happening.
When we were in that place with the, I don't know what you call it, castle, pit, it looked like Killian was at the top of the tower and it wasn't him.
The moon tower.
We didn't see the boy. Yeah, the moon tower. We didn't see the boys there, did we?
No.
No.
The only 2 living people that were there were was the dwarf, and was
Changeling.
the changeling, who made himself look like Killian.
We then found out, because of Neff's spring, that we'd been sent on a goose chase by Killian. We know the boys are still alive, but that's all we know.
Should we tell him then that we are still on the trail, that they are still alive? I just whisper that to Abigail.
Yeah. Jeff, firstly, how are you at the moment with everything? I know it's not going to be perfect, but how are you?
I'll be on for
Steph,
moonshine soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was replying to my pal there on thing.
That's cool.
Oh, okay, that's more important, is it?
Yes, yes. Because he'll annoy me more if I ignore him. You see,
fair.
you see him sort of like grab at his collar and sort himself out a little bit. It's been rough the last 8 months, but I'm holding out hope.
Yeah. We've not given up.
You're gonna fuck up the throwing knife anyway, so.
Trust us. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get your boys back.
Right in the back of the head. You
Yeah.
couldn't have hit a fuck it. You couldn't hit water.
Didn't mean to be gone so long,
You can't.
as you can imagine. We know that they're still around. We just need to get to them, and we will.
No, you couldn't. It's nice of you all to try to provide that hope. I'll try not to get myself too excited for it. If you'll excuse me, I have a few people to speak to before I head off. I just wanted to say hello.
Can I insight, just sort of see if it did help in any way, shape, or form, if that makes sense?
What was that? Sorry, you're looking for an insight for.
Just to see if like it's given him any type of solace at all, or like, because obviously I'm not expecting him to be jumping for joy because his boys are still gone, but
Yeah, give an insight, please.
cool. We're gonna say I'm not wearing. Oh no, that's part of my natural beats. Never mind. 22.
Nice.
You see the familiar broken smile of Jeff Gungson, the same that was there when you told him of his husband's demise, and the couple of interactions that you did have with him afterwards. This one seems a bit more broken than before. You get a sense that he likes to think that it's going to be okay.
But inside he's still just very, very broken sort of thing. Yeah.
He's had a hard year. He's had a very fucking hard year.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah. He just sort of nods at everyone, gives a little hug where it is, where he can. He goes up to the new people. It's nice to meet you all, and proffers out his hand, shakes where he can. If you're friends of theirs, you're friends of mine. Goes over and gives you a wee hug in that as well. Pats Satra on the head a little bit.
Vondra will shake Jeff's hand and just whisper, if you don't want a strong drink tonight, avoid the punch. But if you need to drown your sorrows, tuck in.
You see a smile just break ever so slightly over his big hippo mouth. You see one of the two big, like, massive tusky teeth just appear for a brief second, and I'll be sure to remember that. And
He'll wink at him.
And he just wanders off. Everyone else, what would you all like to do?
Since Sensor is a bit, like, feeling a bit uneasy still about all this, she's gonna have a bit of that punch.
You go over to the...
Where is the punch anyway again?
Oh, sorry, I moved you over there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's over at the big table
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You go over and you see the one that Vondra was on about, and I just imagine you take like the biggest goblet, fucking no goblet,
Oh, yeah.
possible,
No,
and just
yeah.
dip it right in. Just a lot, just no qualms or anything about it. Just right in, start glugging.
Yep. Yep.
Stormcrow, the band is getting ever so dull.
Yeah, I'm sort of walking over the table and as I'm doing it, I'm sort of glancing over towards the band and thinking, Jesus. And sort of wincing every time I'm hearing them playing something so boring as state. It's just like, God alive, this is just painful now.
What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go up and have a quiet word with them about playing something a bit more lively.
Okay, go over and speak to them.
So I'm gonna go over and just speak to them and say, guys, look, this is meant to be something we're meant to have people enjoying themselves. We want people to talk. We want people to mingle. Everyone is sitting at their own tables. It's like a dance that you had when you were in school where the boys are on one side and the girls on the other. This is awful. Let's play something a bit better.
You think you're so good at this? You go and have a try.
Sort of, he's got his lucky liar on his back and he goes, why not?
Roll me a performance, and I'll give it to you for advantage.
Nice.
So, not best, 19.
Just imagining Stormcrow. Right, fine. Unstraps the lyre and just starts strumming the chords. Some of the cheeriest chords you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
You start off
He's
slow.
not looking for attention. He's just looking to sort of raise the atmosphere a little bit.
You bring it up. Tempo starts coming. starts to get a little bit more upbeat. Everybody sort of gets where you're going. The other Loot and Liar players, okay, we see where he's going with this. They start chiming in. The Viol player starts going for it, bringing it in. The Harp player starts pinging every few notes, bringing it up a little bit more. You,
Bondra will try and drag Sensoril into the middle for a dance. See if she takes.
does Sensoril accept?
Since she's had a drink already, she feels a bit more relaxed and she goes, "Oh, go on then."
Okay.
So it goes right into the middle of the room.
The rest of the dignitaries and that see you. A few of them sort of like looking at you like, what is this? But a few others see you and go, you know what? I'm in the mood for a dance.
When we dancing, do we do that? We look our like hands and do the little dance around like in a circle, or what we doing?
I'm doing the Titanic spin with you.
Oh yeah, perfect. I love that. Amazing. Yeah.
I love the fact you've chucked the GIF in the chat as well.
Gotta provide the visual as well.
A lot of people now get up and start put the joy that Stormcrow's now bringing to everyone. You see Stormcrow, a small goblin lass, come up to you, and she just enamored by the way that you're playing. Just, oh God, he's handsome.
What a voice. Love it.
I sort of lean over and speak to her and say, "Never mind me. Have you seen the charming tiefling gentleman over there?"
Yes, my sister's already called dibs on him. You see Neff's got a few drinks on him and he's like, woo! Yay! Party! He can't handle his drink. Another one seems to be coming up to him and sort of like grabbing on him, but he's not even noticing. He's like, woo! He's neffed the perception on seeing this girl. Yeah!
Why do I feel like you actually rolled that as well?
Oh, I never. I've just hit. I'm just going by a percent, like an average of his rolls when it comes to perception, you know. So.
So basically, he's completely clueless about women. That seems fair.
Yeah, it seems like Robert, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not just Neff.
That's a bit harsh, but yeah.
So, what would you like to do, Stormcrow?
So, right, it's okay. So I'm just, as I'm playing, I'm just sort of chatting to her, just sort of casually having a natter, just sort of like keeping going. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, no worries. And just having a chat with her as I'm going along. And as I'm performing, my cloak changes, and all of a sudden it seems like rose petals are falling down it.
Nice. You put on this nice show for this young woman while you're performing. You seem to be hitting all the solos possible, like you're shredding on this lyre. Doing your utmost best to impress this young lass. Ladies and gentlemen, representatives from the High Magisterium of Avalon, High Magister Chaurus Mylil of the Mylil family, accompanied by Phallus, his son, and an unnamed bodyguard, and Pharazon Thelis.
Oh, fuck.
At this point, Stormcloak, I mean, I'll do a performance check at disadvantage now, see how well I cope with this.
If it's a nat one of your string snaps, I'm just saying it.
Yeah, my banjo string snaps.
Oh.
So actually, ironically, the lowest one I got there was a 23.
Nice.
But it is there is a sort of break in the music for a split second as he hears the two names mentioned.
You take a second to look over, hearing the names, and the four figures that walk through the door, one of which being your estranged father, walks past. He locks eyes with you. And wanders past. The others, Chaurus Mylil, looks over your way again as he's walking past. A strange understanding on his face. His son, Phallus, walking past, has a nice big grin. A sadistic smile goes ear to ear. And the fourth member, who everyone else can recognise, apart from Vondra and Sensoril, Handler Ungwail, the one you all fought in Olton, catches sight of you all. And almost like a caged predator, it looks like he gets himself ready for something, just in case. They walk past you, Stormcrow, not even glancing properly in your way. And they make their way to King Turkano.
Making my way.
Making my way.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast. Stormcrow's dad has went past him. Stormcrow, how does he feel seeing his father and the absolute absence in his eyes towards you?
Sort of a bit of shock at first at seeing his father. And then there's sort of a bit of hurt at just a complete blank in his eyes. But then when he sees the Mylels, that's quickly replaced by just an overwhelming urge to put down the lyre and go over to smack Phallus in the face.
What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna. You just see him like everyone can see, like no one else was watching really, but it's gonna be a case of the sort of no one else will notice it really, but he'll sort of grit his teeth and just put a big fake smile on his face and just keep playing.
Can I get a deception check from you, please?
You can indeed. Which would be a dirty 20.
Nice. Anybody who wishes to,
I didn't see it.
you can roll a perception to see if you spot anything different in Stormcrow's face.
I would say if anyone is going to get anything here, just because of their relationship, I'd probably say that Emrys is going to get an advantage because he just knows him the best.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
I would probably say Emrys wouldn't notice because of how far away he is in the crowd of people dancing.
Yeah, you can move, Emrys, and you
No,
could.
he's uncomfortable in this sort of situation. He's just standing there, dad dancing, just tapping his foot type thing.
Well done.
That's perfect image.
Can I say that Satra's at least around you? Because
Yeah.
would she be comfortable around Emrys a bit more?
Yeah, since she's known him the longest out of all the group, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So there's you with your big bow tie and your beard, and you're just dancing along. Yeah, guys, we're having fun. Woohoo! nobody notices the brief moment of drop in play from Stormcrow. Even the ones around you, no one really gets caught up in it.
I've just realised when I tried to do a perception check, it was a nat 1, so it's like, oh, I think I've forgotten I'm in a party right now.
Yeah, you neffed on that. You were like, oh snap, this isn't the bottled in. Oh,
Basically.
oh gods.
How did I get here? Yeah. Why am I wearing these clothes? Who are these people? Are you going to look for a rug to hide underneath as well?
Maybe later.
Abby
Abby has sort of moved to the side of the room in general anyway, though.
Oh, good. I was telling Denisa and Jake about it on Monday about the whole rug situation.
The rug was funny. It's a big lump, which nobody could see.
That's not nice. That's not nice to call Nephilis. Calling him.
That was my first ever roll with Abby. Now that I think about it, just spotting him under the rug.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
You were the only one who noticed the tiefling-shaped lump underneath the rug.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
I'm just gonna go and have one more drink.
Nice. Go and enjoy yourself.
Have a quick shot, and then I'll come back.
Hold on. We'll get you a short name. Hold on. Ah, there we go. There seems to be a small, strange, almost silverish type clear shot sitting there. Nicely round, laid out. Sorry, in rounds. Underneath there's a little tag there called Moon Juice. The smell of it as you bring it up, it's very almost sambuca-ish.
Oh, I hate sambuca. Okay.
Yeah, I hate Sambuca as well. I can
Yeah.
relate.
My least favourite of all the shots.
Right, go on anyway.
There's that, or one off to the side. Oh, I actually gave this as the next one, which is pretty good. It's very red in hue, and almost blood red in a sense. It's called Tiefling Tequila.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like a tequila. Let's go with that.
You take a shot, and this thing must be from the bowels of hells, because as it goes down, it's oh Jesus! It burns every single part of your esophagus. It's got cinnamon in it. It's a very cinnamony fucking tequila.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds quite nice, actually.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, love it. That's a good choice.
Anybody else?
It gives me like a bit of a boost as well.
I would say that this is you like now going, yes, I can get going now.
I'm ready.
Woo!
Yeah.
DJ, turn that shit up. Stormcrow, turn that shit up. A performance check from Stormcrow, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll turn that shit up with a 31.
Nice.
Ooh.
That is very fucking good.
They're
Wonderful.
basically progressively getting higher all the way along as this goes along here. I'm cranking up the mood in the party.
I'm imagining that you've now got very aggressive with it, seeing the family Milo there, and your father who just does not give any fucks about you. They sort of like stare and then wander down to... They wander past you, Abigail, and sit off in the corner, like one of the darkest areas of the ballroom. just as soon as they walk past you, I just laugh at the wee fucking. Oh, I'm moving out the way a little bit. That's. I'm taking a couple of steps to the right. Yes, with the aggressive music coming from Stormcrow now. In
It's like a power ballad.
yeah, it's turned into like Bohemian Rhapsody sort of thing, you know, just like he's going for it. While you're all drinking, enjoying yourselves, having a good time, having a little dance, Stormcrow, you're still performing up with the band, garnering more attention from others. A few more people have sort of ventured towards you and are giving you more notice now. One of which who does start wondering is Phallus Milo. You see him coming towards you in this black and silver ensemble, very dark, very mysterious looking, is long tied back white hair, almost resembles yourself in a certain manner, like caught in the same light, but his features are a bit lighter for a drow.
He's a drow with a tan.
No, he's lighter, as in like almost.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
reverse. Reverse. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like they're naturally dark skinned,
Yeah.
so tan would be reversed.
Yeah. It just sort of wanders up, hands behind his back, and he just comes up. So no cap for me to toss a gold to you, is there?
I'm just sort of. I know he's there, but I'm just doing my best. I'm trying to talk to the young goblin lady in front of me and just entertaining her and chatting to her at the same time, just trying to blank him out.
Oh no, come. I'm just enjoying the show here. This is very rude. You remind me of someone. It's very strange. Like, I've not seen rudeness like that from someone. Who was that again? Ah, that's it. Yeah, it was a strange young fellow back in Avalon. Always used to stand off in the corner, and like he had a brother and sister. Oh, they were the life of the party. They were just amazing. He's starting to do all the over infatuated like hand gestures, and he is just I don't know. What was his name? That was it, yeah. His name was Kalon Thelis. Yeah. I wonder whatever happened to him. Yeah, that's a strange one. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? What's your name again, sorry? Bard?
I sort of look around and go, sorry, sir, if you're addressing me, maybe if you'd like to go up and talk to the king about the saves of the realm, he can give you a bit more education. At the moment, I am talking to this young lady, so if you'll please excuse me, I am otherwise occupied.
He just sort of leans in a little bit and just goes up to your ear. I don't really go by others' authority, you know? Being as powerful as we are, in the most powerful kingdom there is. You should come visit sometime. Oh wait. Forgot. You can't, can you? And he just turns and starts to walk away, and he just, for your troubles, and tosses a copper at you. Not at anything there, he just sort of like flicks it. Ooh. It looks like he went to go for a headshot, but it just sort of like tings off your lyre at the top.
I love the fact you rolled for an attack.
Yeah. How do you feel, Stormcrow?
inwardly raging, but just keeping a very, very good act on it.
So, he wanders back to the table. The night progresses a bit more. You guys have had a few more drinks in you. Things are starting to not wind down, but not ramp up. It's just getting to that mellow bit.
At this point, Stormcrow has stopped playing, and he's just excused himself from the company, and he's just walked over to the table, and he is busy just sort of sitting there he's standing there with a face like thunder, slowly sipping on a glass of wine.
Your pal Neff walks over. Just, what's the matter?
Just like putting my hand on his shoulder and go, bad memories, bad flashbacks, and just sort of glance over at the drow over in the corner and go, people I didn't really want to see from my past.
I get you. Still, it's nice we got a little bit of a break. Get some drinks.
So
Ignore them.
I sort of put my hand on his shoulder and go, yeah, man, I think we need this. And I sort of look at him and go, just, excuse me a second, buddy. I think, well, actually, would you keep me company while I go over and talk to Emerus?
Of course.
Walk over towards Emerus. And just sort of stand by him and just go, and just sort of tap him on the shoulder again, bring his head down close to mine and go, I promise I'm going to try to keep my head cool here tonight. But you remember the Milos? Who attacked? And I nod over to the corner and go, the patriarch of this family and his arsehole son are over there, and they're already trying to wind me up.
Stick by me, we won't let anything happen, don't you worry.
Question.
Tell me what you think about me.
Can I... Did Sensor like see all that happening? Did she notice that he got really upset about it, the whole thing?
Give me a perception check, please. I'd say with a 25, yeah, you could see that the interaction that's happened with them, and then the way Stormcrow's now acting, even though you've only known him for a day, you've seen him more jovial as a person, now to be a bit more inward.
Can Sensor try go to that prick of a guy and like try to like amuse him and like, I don't know, even like seduce him, or I don't know, just like kind of make him want her and then just be like meh and walk away from him.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give him back a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You can go over to him. He's sitting in the corner there.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or?
He looks at you and he just sort of like hands you a goblet. A refill of Avalonian wine, please. Oh. Hello. And what brings someone like you here? The others just sort of look at him and wander away from the conversation. Give me a performance check, please.
I'm going to follow close. Like, within 30 feet.
You, peeping Tom, you. That's it.
It's not great.
15. You manage to sort of like play the part a little bit. He just sort of looks at you a bit intrigued, like, yeah, I've not seen any of the servants like you before.
Servants?
Yes, you know the ones that grab me things.
No, I'm not a servant, clearly.
No, you're not.
But I'm here to entertain you.
Then by all means, entertain. He just sort of turns his chair and just looks very strangely, like very relaxed, but yet very menacingly.
and she does this like little sexy dance, you know, and she just like tries to really pull it off, so he like really wants her.
What's she
and then-
pulling off? Jeez, oh.
Not loads. Don't go that far. I don't know. How does he feel about it?
He is. You see, he's got a little bit of. Not. What's the word for it? He is entertained, but he's also like staring, like, okay. He's enveloped in it, if that's
Okay.
the right word.
I just want him to really like feel her and want her before I actually, like, walk away from him rudely, you know. But
So he rolled a 4 on an insight, and you see he's sort of like getting there, like staring at you, like, okay, this is good.
yeah. And then she just gives him this like a look, and then goes closer and whispers, "You'll never get any of this," and walk away.
Snake.
Oh damn! You just like as you walk away, you see and like is anybody else watching this, by the way?
I was watching it.
You were
Yeah,
watching.
I mean, I'm not that far away. Passive perception of 17, so
Yeah, you guys see the fucking rage in his face. Like he's just furious now. Like he's like pale white skin just seems to have just went scarlet, almost like Vondra's face when she seen her mum come through the door and got scolded. Yeah.
Stormcrow sort of walks over, she's halfway back over, takes her hand and leads her back over to the group.
He's fuming now. Neff comes over to you and that's brilliant. It's bloody brilliant.
I just sort of grin away and go, that was awesome.
You're all... Yeah, on you go, sorry.
I'll hand her a drink that I'll have fetched. I'll have been following around the room, like, I want to get another drink, and then I'll have one ready to give to her. And so that was something else.
I'll just bow and then I'll take the drink and just shove it down.
You guys reveling in this, like, minor win against House Mylil. Some of you know this gentleman to have been an attacker who's out for the rest of you. Some of you have personal grudges against him. This little victory feels almost biblical. Like, it's a powerful win. You all seem chuffed. Nephilis seems to have been excited. Like, the smile on his face seeing this performance happen, like, he looks like he's on cloud 9. Presenting Lord and Lady Travana from Pandora and the Isles of Harmonies, the Grand Herdmaster of the Fallen, Kramek, and Lord and Lady Travana's son, Nephilis Travana.
wait, what?
As you all stare at the entrance, Nephilis turns around confused, shocked. You all turn to see 4 figures walking down the stairs. A giant Goliath, almost Mongolian in his looks, just for above the table. Long hair, braided, big beard, very little clothes. He hasn't taken Emrys's style of trying to make himself look better. He looks even worse. an older looking human male and an older looking half elf woman walking down the stairs. Between them, linked into the female's arm, is a red-skinned tiefling with slicked back black hair, a small, well-trimmed black goatee, regal clothing, and a menacing smile as he catches your eye. I'm sorry we're late, everyone. Mother and father took a while to get ready. All of you except Sensoril and Vondra stare in horror as Killian stands between these two people.
Vincent sort of like sense that they are all a bit like,
Yeah,
uneasy about this.
I'm not even going to make you roll this.
Yeah.
He has been announced as Nephilis Travana. My name is Nephilis Travana. It is nice to meet all of you. As Killian stands before the crowd, basking in adoration, Nephilis you see there standing in silent fury, trembling. He catches Killian's eyes, and the smile on his face grows bigger, grows wider. All of you in the room who know this, know the story of Killian and Nephilis. A sense of foreboding hits you all. This isn't now not just a reunion. To you all, this feels like it is the beginning of a new nightmare.
This Stormcrow's looking over this, and he stands in front of Nephilis, just to sort of put his hand on his chest to go, no, but he knows it's almost feeling like a declaration of war right now.
And with that declaration, that's where we're going to finish it this week, guys.
Oh, you mother...
So not just in our bloody Monday session, you left it in a really stupid place. Nowadays.
It's not a stupid place. This is something that brings you into the story a little bit
Yeah,
more.
no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Bam!
I thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you can tune in next Wednesday to find out what happens. If you want to know the story of Nephilis and Killian, watch back on our YouTube. There's stuff on there for you to watch, and you'll find out how sadistic this bastard is. Cheers, Bob. Thank you very much for being there. It is appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, night everyone.
Darren, before we go, can